I just want to remind you to practice gratitude because it will help you to focus your attention on all the things that you do have, which changes your vibration, which helps you to stay more positive and optimistic, because we're always living in a world where we're constantly looking at what we don't have and what we haven't achieved yet. And if we just took the time every single day, and I invite you to do this, 3 things that you're grateful for in the morning or at night, just fucking do it. It will change your life. I'm Luke, and you're listening to the Luke Mind Power Podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode on the Luke Mind Power Podcast. It is so amazing to be here with you again, taking more action, showing up, never giving up, believing in ourselves, helping ourselves transform our lives, overcome our fears, our pain, our past. We're not here to be defined by that. You're here to reclaim your power, step into your greatness, and live an extraordinary life. We are the ones that have programmed ourselves with the stories that we keep repeating in our own mind because of how we've been treated in the past. It's quite silly and stupid, but without our own awareness, that's what we've done. There is a beautiful man. His name is Dean Graziosi, and I learned this a few years back, and he said, the only thing that's stopping you from that next level of life is the bullshit story you keep telling yourself as to why you can't have it. Now, one of the bullshit stories that we've been programmed to believe or conditioned to become and embody is not thinking that we're good enough, not feeling that we're good enough, because before your feelings became real, you had to plant that seed into your mind. So it was a thought first, it was an experience that you went through. And then over time, you, because of those experiences that you went through, created a story in your mind that you're not good enough. Rumination on your own behalf. And that's why some of us have just made up these stories because of how we've been treated. Well, if people don't respect me, if people don't appreciate me, if people are calling me names, and this is the one that really disgusts me, it pisses me off like something severe, that if somebody else doesn't love me, that means that I'm not lovable. Yeah. Someone doesn't love you. You have been rejected. Okay, and maybe it hasn't happened one time, it's happened many times. Okay, one of my recent clients actually had an extraordinary experience. I think she was adopted, and shout out to you, Karina. You're amazing. I'm so proud of you. You freaking transformed your whole life. And she's an amazing fashion designer from Denmark. And Karina, she spoke at Unlock Your Greatness in London, and her story was that she was abandoned. Her mother abandoned her when she was a baby. So imagine the trauma, the pain, the feelings that you would, just the thought process of knowing that my mum didn't love me enough to keep me. And to have Karina speaking in front of everybody in London in October 2023, sharing her story, man. And she's absolutely extraordinary. She's stepping into her power. She's such an extraordinary fashion designer. But imagine that. Imagine being abandoned when you're a baby, like at such a young age, and now having to process that, healing from that. Our responsibility is to not allow the actions or the ways of thinking of other people to then define us and make us feel unwhole or unhappy or not content or not enough. And so that's what's happened. So it's our responsibility to kind of come back and go, okay, well, I was abandoned. Every relationship I've been cheated on. When I was a teenager, people always never allowed me to be in their groups at school. I always felt like I was the odd one out. I was ostracized. I was constantly abused when I was a child, in whatever that way that was. In my relationship or my marriage, I was never heard. I was always told to be quiet. I was never able to give my opinion. So what happens with that? Well, I'm not valued. I'm not valuable. I'm not important enough. If people don't want to hear my voice, if I'm not able to be loved, well, then maybe I'm not lovable. So really how we're unpacking this, guys, is that we are basically agreeing. We are agreeing with the world. We are agreeing with other people's actions. How other people feel is now how we feel about ourselves. So other people don't love us. That means we are not lovable. And the reason why I am sharing this, guys, is because I went through this. What is the difference between working with a therapist and working with someone like myself? Okay. A lot of people often ask, are you qualified? What is your definition of qualification? I always come back to life experience. I'm self-educated. I went through shit. I was bullied. I was rejected. I was abused. But I chose to heal myself. I chose to believe in myself. I chose to learn to love and accept myself. I chose to speak up for myself. I chose to stand up for myself. I did not like what I saw in the mirror. So I did not seek counsel. I did not go to see a therapist. I chose to heal myself. I chose to remove the people in my life that were not evolving and that were not going in the same direction. I chose to spend more time with myself because I had a feeling that I had all the answers. I just needed to spend more time with me. I just needed to understand me better. I just needed to love me more because the world was constantly telling me that I am not lovable. Go figure, hey? And now I can sit here after all the work that I've done and share with you guys that no one has the power to define how I feel about myself. That's my responsibility, and I've taken my fucking pen back. I have taken my pen back because for many, many years, there were people that were writing my story. There were people that were writing in my book, and they were creating my reality. And I tell you guys that many of you are still allowing the people outside of yourself, your family, your friends, social media, society, to fucking write your book. They are writing it every day, and you are losing. You are not in control. And I really believe that I had to go through these experiences. I had to go through rejection. I had to be bullied. I had to grow up being the man that I was. I had to grow up like that, looking at myself in the mirror and not liking what I saw. I had to grow up. Now I embrace it. Now I love it. I love it because it's me. I love me. I appreciate me. I accept me. I don't give that responsibility to anyone else, but we have. That's what we've done. And it's all mental. It's all in your mind. It's when you go and look at yourself in the mirror and it's not you judging yourself. It's your fucking conditioned, programmed past, which is your subconscious mind. That's what's going on all the time. And so I say that the best thing that you can do is to give yourself the gift of learning to love and appreciate yourself. Give yourself the gift of taking the pen back from the world so that you can rewrite the rest of your story, so that you can turn the page and say, this is the start of the best of the rest of my life because I've taken my pen back and because now I'm in control of what I think about myself, of what I believe about myself, because what you entirely believe and think about is what you embody and then will feel. But if we don't address the story that we're holding on to and the pain and the trauma that we endured at no fault of our own, we will continue to live in fear. We will continue to live with shame. We will continue to not be our own best friend. We will continue to push our inner child away. We will continue to be against ourselves. We will continue to be the victim. And we will continue to be owned by our story. And so if you're watching this right now and you're feeling like This is my time. I was meant to watch this podcast. I was meant to hear this podcast. I'm ready to take my pen back. Then I want you to send me a message on Instagram because I want to send you something special. Send me a message and write the word, I've taken my pen back. Because I truly believe it's not just me. All of us together, this is how we change the world one person at a time, because you say, this is the end of this chapter. No, they're not going to keep writing in it. I'm taking my pen back. I'm turning the page. I understand that I made mistakes. I understand that things were not my fault. I understand that there was a lot of things that happened in the past that were out of my control. I will grow from them. I will become stronger because of them. I'm not my past. I'm not my parents. I'm not a victim, okay? I'm strong enough to go through them. I persevered. So I must have some sort of power. Wow. So if I can handle that kind of stress, well, then I can handle transforming my life and giving myself the love and attention that I deserve by taking my pen back and being the one that writes the story, writes the next chapter. Message me on Instagram. I'll send you a surprise. I've taken my pen back. So, ladies and gentlemen, one of the most profound things that you can do, and I'm learning this more and more as I grow as well, is to practice gratitude. And I know that you don't know what you've lost until you lose it. It's always the case. We try our best at any given time. I know I'm trying my best. I know I'm thinking that I'm doing what's right for me, but it's always the loss of a loved one, or it's always something horrific that could happen in your life that then switches your mind to a different perspective, and you go, oh my gosh, I should have done this, or oh my gosh, I should have done that. But right now, in this moment, we are all doing our best. We are all doing our best. I'll share something with you quite vulnerable because I want you to be closer to me. And I know that the more that I share with you, the more authentic I am. And because the authenticity is the birthplace of your purpose. It's the birthplace of your destiny, of going in the right direction. Wherever you are right now, I want you to think about 3 things that you're grateful for. And then I want you to write it down. If you're driving, just think about it in your head and then say it out aloud. Wherever you are, if you're not able to have a pen or a piece of paper, if you're not on chat right now. But think about it. What's 3 things that you can be grateful for right now? I just want to take this moment with you. Okay? So I'm grateful for... What am I grateful for? This podcast that I can communicate with the world. I'm grateful that I have hands that I can actually write on this with this pen. And I'm grateful that I have clothes to wear, man. Like, fuck, some people don't have clean clothes. I'm grateful I got clean clothes. Simple things, ladies and gentlemen. I just want to remind you to practice gratitude because it will help you to focus your attention on all the things that you do have, which changes your vibration, which helps you to stay more positive and optimistic, because we're always living in a world where we're constantly looking at what we don't have and what we haven't achieved yet. And if we just took the time every single day, and I invite you to do this, 3 things that you're grateful for in the morning or at night or wherever, whenever, like just fucking do it. It will change your life, but as we move forward, sometimes we have to sacrifice things in our life to achieve a specific result. So I want to share with you this one experience that I had with my mum. And I was on a call with one of my clients, and I took a photo of me standing outside. I had my headpiece on. And so that photo was taken downtown Dubai. And I sent it to my mum. And my mum replied to me and she said, I miss you, my son. Why are you not here? I wish you were here. Because my mum is in Australia, right? My response to her was, because I don't like distractions. And I'm running a company that requires a lot of my attention. And because I want to provide more peace and flexibility for my family, because two of my sisters work with me, so that they can take care of their families. So the fact that I'm sacrificing myself in a way where I'm away from my family, but I'm running a company that creates employment for my family so that my sisters don't have to go to a 9 to 5 job to catch a train or a bus or driving in traffic and do something that they're not passionate about, And I think it's a pretty fair trade. It's pretty amazing. And then you hear about some people and their stories about their challenges and about, their finances and how difficult it is out there. I'm like, man, I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful that I can do this. We don't appreciate it sometimes because, we always want more. We're never satisfied, which is okay. It's nice to be ambitious. But I just had that moment there with my mum, and she was like, why are you not here? And because of my solitude is my power. And when I go back to my mum's, I can stay there for a couple of days, but then my energy's off because I need focus. I need peace. I can't have too many people around. Like, I got so many things that I'm doing, with business and with coaching and with my social media, that when I have too much noise around, eventually it drains my energy, and so I have to leave. And I just feel very grateful and blessed to be here. And I don't miss Australia. If I miss anything, I enjoy spending time with my family. When it's time to celebrate, if it's a birthday or if it's Christmas or some sort of special occasion, and I'm able to be there, I look forward to those occasions. But I don't sit here at all and think, oh my God, I'm not with my family, I should be there, or I don't have any guilt. And this is where it really does come down to, I could not spend time with my family, and God forbid something happens to one of my family members. And then I'm sitting there kicking myself going, yeah, you should have stayed in Australia. It's like, well, no, I shouldn't have. I was doing what's best for me. I was doing what's right for me. I'm not going to sit in this fucking guilt trip of you should stay close to your family because what if someone passes, or what if something happens to someone else? Or he should have stayed in Australia. Look now, he's gone. Something could happen to me. And then the family's like, we should have never let him go. He should have never gone. He should stay here with us. Fuck off, man. This is where you lose yourself, because you shrink yourself, because you conform, because you listen to what other people want you to do, and you feel guilty for doing what's right for you. And I say it doesn't matter whether it's a family, friends, fucking people you love. Do what's right for you, man. This is your only life. Do your best all the time. You never know when your time is up. And at least when it is up, you know that you fucking showed up and you gave it your all. Period, man. You feeling me? That's it. You can't sit here and go, fucking hell, man, I fucked up. You didn't. You're doing your best. We're too hard on ourselves, listening to too much bullshit, outside noise. It's like at any given point in your life, you're always trying your best. But your best sometimes isn't enough. And that's why you have to learn from the lessons. That's why you got to pay attention, and you got to make some fucking positive changes in your life. And you got to start taking action and doing. And this all comes from loving the shit out of yourself, man. Okay? Love yourself and the rest will follow. Be grateful for life. Be grateful, but don't allow the guilt of doing what's right for you to stop you from making decisions that are the best for you. Because your decisions may not be the best for other people, but if they're the best for you, okay, and I'm not thinking about people who have children, because I'm not trying to pull you out and go, fuck the kids, just focus on yourself. No, that's not what I'm saying, man. We all have responsibilities, You got responsibilities, man. Take care of your fucking responsibilities. And some of your responsibilities can be to become so fucking successful that you become so fucking rich that you don't need to worry about money anymore. And you can share it with your family. Maybe that's your fucking responsibility. Whatever. Fight for your fucking dreams, man. Fight for your goals. Fight for whatever it is that you want to achieve. Fight for that cottage in the fucking woods that you're trying to manifest because it's so amazingly peaceful and your peace is your power and you want to freaking go there a lot of the times during the year because you like to switch off from society and switch off from technology and switch off from all the bad energy out there and you just want to live in the fucking serenity with the animals and be peaceful and grounded. Live in that fucking cottage. I've been talking about that cottage for yonks. I bet you I'm going to manifest it. It's in my mind, man. This cottage in the forest, looking across at a lake, beautiful lake. Wow, it's fucking green. It's so peaceful. You hear the birds singing. There's a fucking deer over there. You know, there's some fucking oinks and some pigs and shit. You know, and some maybe there's some chickens as well. Buck, 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 fucking whatever, man. There's a fucking lizards and shit. You know, like there's fucking flying fish coming out. You feel me? Some ducks and shit, man. You know, this cottage, man. There's a fucking fireplace out the front, you know, to have some barbecue and shit. Some sausages and some eggs or whatever you want to do on your barbecue. Maybe you got a dog and a cat as well. Maybe you're with your partner. Maybe you're with your loved ones and you go there and you hang out and you disconnect from the world so you can reconnect with your soul. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been a pleasure to spend beautiful time with you. Spend more time with yourself. You will never regret it. The biggest investment that you can ever make in your life is to love the shit out of yourself. Learn to do that, okay? And go through the journey of personal development and inner healing because you will never regret it, because you will never be weighed down by the past. You will just have peace in the present and you will have mental clarity and alignment to flow towards your dreams and your goals effortlessly, just like a river. What flows, flows. What crashes, crashes. Don't force shit. Just attract it and become better and you will attract better. I'll see you on the next episode. Peace out. Thank you for joining me on this journey of self-discovery and growth. If you're ready to grow and reach your full potential and find inner peace, send me a DM that says, I want inner peace, and I'll send you the next steps. You can accomplish anything you set your mind to. When you change your mind, you change your whole life. So don't hesitate and send that DM over to me. Myself and my team can't wait to meet you and witness your transformation in full glory. See you next week.